What's up, all of you virtual Overland Expo attendees? Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm Taylor with KC, and we're just a little bit bummed that we couldn't be hanging out together in person this weekend like we were supposed to, but we are very much looking forward to July for the real Overland Expo. Now, when you come in July to the Overland Expo, make sure you come check out our booth, the massive KC Experience. We have a massive booth, and we're gonna have some great brand partners such as Shimano and Black Rifle Coffee in our booth, having a great time together. Now, we're also gonna be having the Jeep Gladiator in the booth. It's gonna look a lot different then than it does right now. We're gonna have a lot more done to it, and we're gonna have a ton of other people in our booth. So some really cool rigs to check out and some really cool partners to check out as well. Now for the virtual Overland Expo, we have a great video lined up for you right now. This is going to be all about the amber versus white off-road lights, and so it's going to give you a little bit of a hint as to how amber lights can help you as an overlander. Thanks everybody, and we're looking forward to seeing you all soon. Hey everybody, Taylor with KC here, and this is the third video in a series that's designed to answer your question of what off-road light do I need. Now this video is going to be a little bit shorter than the rest, simply because it's an easier topic to cover, but it's still going to be packed with lots of good information and real-world examples. So today we're going to be talking about amber versus white off-road lights. Now up here at our headquarters in northern Arizona, in Williams, Arizona, this is a perfect time to begin talking about it because winter is fast approaching. And with winter comes a lot of darkness and a lot of poor driving conditions such as snow. So with that, let's dive right into the differences between amber versus white off-road lights. So the color temperature is the way that we measure the color of a light, and the unit of measurement for color temperature is degrees Kelvin. So as we look at the Kelvin scale, lower values are going to be more into the warmer colors such as the ambers and the yellows, and the higher values on the Kelvin scale are going to get into the whites and then the blues and then the violets. So something like this, an amber light's going to be in the range of about 2,500 to about 4,000 degrees Kelvin, whereas something like this, a white light, is going to be in that 4,000 to 5,000 range, and then as we get closer to 6,000 to 7,000, we're getting into the blues and the violets. And now the ideal color temperature or the ideal off-road light really depends on your purposes. And so we're going to get into that in a little bit here. So there's two different ways of achieving the amber color to an off-road light. Now the first way is the exact way that we do it on our Pro 6 lights and our Flex LED lights, and that's by adding some sort of amber cover that goes over the white light source. Now these amber covers are great, but they are going to reduce a little bit of that output from the light itself. Now in turn, the benefit of these covers is that you can have an amber light when you need it, but you can also have a white light when you don't need it. So the second way of achieving the amber color to a light is through the actual light source itself. So a halogen light has closer to a 3,000 degree Kelvin light, and an LED light source you can pick in a variety of different colors, so you can get an amber LED chip exactly the same way that we do on our Gravity LED G4 fog lights. Okay, so now that we know the big differences between an amber and a white off-road light, we can start answering the question of which is better, and we can look at some of the pros and the cons for each of these two different lights. So we're going to start with some of the downfalls of a higher color temperature or a cooler light. The first big downfall of these lights is that they offer less contrast when compared to a lower color temperature or an amber light. This is exactly why it's important when selecting a white light to ensure that the output has minimal blue or violet tint to it. Ideally, it has no blue or violet tint to it at all. Now, the second big downfall of a higher color temperature light is that they have shorter wavelengths, which results in more refraction. And so what that basically means is that as you're driving in poor weather conditions such as dust, fog, snow, anything like that, you're going to have more glare, and more of the light is going to bounce off those airborne particles back into your eye. And that's where the amber light really shines through. The amber light has longer wavelengths, so it's able to cut through some of those airborne particles a little bit better than the white is, and that's the big benefit of ambers. Now, on the flip side, The white lights definitely appear to have a lot more usable light and a lot more output, even if the actual power going into them is the exact same. So to your eye, the white light's going to appear brighter than the amber light, but the amber light is certainly going to excel when you have poor driving conditions such as the dust, the rain, the snow, the fog, anything like that. What does that tell us at the end of the day for you? What it tells us is that your choice of an amber or a white light is truly dependent on what you need and what conditions you see while driving most often. Now, with these amber lights that have the amber snap-on cover, this offers you the versatility of having a white light and an amber light when you need it. So for those of you that are often in areas where it snows a lot, where it's super dusty in the summertime, then having amber is a really great option for you. Now, on the other hand, if you're somebody that doesn't really experience those driving conditions very often, then having a light that's only white is probably perfect for you. And so with that, that's all we have on this series. So thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, please let us know in the comment section below, and I'll either do my best to answer them there or we'll do another video on it. Thank you all for watching, and remember to adventure further.